Alright, welcome back to another Axis and Allies 1942 online video. This will be the start of a new series showcasing my participation throughout Season 6 of the Duos League tournament taking place on the Axis and Allies Discord. So with the Duos format, there are pretty sure 32 teams of 2, and it's basically a knockout, it plays by knockout, so 2 teams will go against each other. The winner stays in the winner's bracket, the loser goes down to the loser's bracket. So if you lose a game because you get unlucky, for example, this is just an example, you lose a game because you have a bad R1 or UK1 or just a bad G1, it's pretty much already over. I'm talking about really, really bad. You're not out of the tournament because you still have a chance to, I'm pretty sure you still have a chance to win the entire tournament if you win every single losers games, right? Get back up to the finals, right? I think that's how this works. So my duos partner for this tourney will be a player by the name of Husky, who is a very solid high-level platinum player. I think we'll make an excellent duo here because I think we're near, if not on the same level as each other. He's already made a couple appearances on the channel already. We will be facing against Regal Beagle, otherwise known as Snoopy, and his duo partner, the Real Keat. I've played Snoopy a couple times before. He is a very, very strong top level player. Much respect. My games against him in my previous Generals League, Axis and Allies tournament, they were some seriously difficult games. Much respected top level player there. I've never played Keat before, but from what I've seen, he is also a solid platinum level player. Alright, so without further ado, let's get on with the game here. Alright, so yes, Husky as Russia and the United States, Real Keat as Germany, myself as the UK, and then Snoopy as Japan. Let's go over Russia's turn. All standard, 4 infantry, 2 tanks. All into Moscow. Because West Russia was quite below average there, 2 below average. Normally, quite a painful start, even if you succeed Ukraine. You're just losing as allies. Still winnable, but you're just losing after that result unless something changes. Against, I'm talking about like the top players, right? The top players. And then failed Ukraine, losing a fighter with a German fighter left over. Absolutely disgusting result there. There's not really much to say. This is almost, it's pretty much an automatic loss. I'd guess 80% automatic loss for allies here, considering the caliber of opponents we're going against. Myself and Husky are also very good players, but to be honest, it's very hard for the Axis to lose this game. It's going to be very hard for the Axis to lose this game, so unless something drastic changes. Yeah, I did mention to Husky, it might have been better to keep Caucasus stacked, right? After such a poor R1, I think it's just better to just stack Caucasus and West Russia. And if Germany goes for either target, pray you get some good dice back. Because the game is already 80 to 90% over for the Allies. Considering the caliber of players we're against. But he gave up Caucasus for free. Yeah, so Germany just took it for free. Germany played pretty much as standard as you could in this setup, which is not wrong. The full infantry buys tells me that they're just going to play long game because they've pretty much already won the game. I'd argue. It'll be very tough for the Allies to come back. If we do KGF, Germany's going to be a monster, absolute monster, which will give so much time for Japan to get into gear. So yeah, full infantry, of course, everything into Berlin and Italy. Took the Caucasus, took Karelia for free, killed the destroyer in 17, lost the dude in Trans, and lost 2 subs in 7. Full standard attacks, took no risks, which is the correct move. When you're this far ahead, you don't have to take any risks. I'm a little surprised that there was no tank rush, because the tank rush play Ukraine stack is pretty safe anyway. It's not that risky for the Axis to take. But it does give allies, I suppose, a little bit of a better chance to come back if they strafe Ukraine and get an insane result. But yes, the full infantry buy is also the correct move, definitely. It makes allies winning this game very difficult, Germany being so strong. So, considering how far behind the Allies are already, been pretty much. I mean, I'm surprised I'm not used to this yet because my entire Allied Colonel's Allied A&A League season has been pretty much automatic losses for the Allies, except one game. 2 games are ongoing right now. So I should be used to bad Allied dice, but every time I see it on my side, it still surprises me. I'm just going to do standard free infantry and a fleet drop. I'm going to offer Germany a 70% of my fleet. Average result, Germany has 2 fighters left, which for the price of 1 transport, I would take. As long as Season 7's cleared, like, both of these have to die. I can't lose the fighter. If Germany wants to use their planes to kill my fleet, I think that's fine. I think it buys us a little time as the Allies. I'm happy to trade my ships for his planes. It's completely fine. I'm also going to hit Season 37. Because of how desperate we are as the Allies. It's pretty much an already lost game if we don't do something now, so I'm going to hit Season 37 and fleet drop. So I'm going to take a 60% and also attack DEI, and then offer a 70% for the Axis to hit this. There are 2 instances, 2 fights here that can give the Allies the chance to come back into this game. Yeah, the battleship can't die. I can't kill the battleship as much as I want to. That's a problem the US is going to have to try and deal with at some point. Yeah. Pretty bog standard. I should have cruiser, destroy carrier, 2 fighters, so it's 5. Plus the transport 6 versus 6 fighters, right? Unless he bought. No, he didn't. Yeah. So yeah, 5 defenders versus 6. 70%. You know, pray to God that the dice shine on us this time. I want to do this because I want to take France as compensation. This has to work. I'm going to commit the infantry and artillery. Only the infantry and artillery because I want to blitz that tank through to Persia. Season 37. and DEI, which I rarely do, to be honest. I normally do, if I'm desperate, I normally do Ceylon 37 and also Borneo and Guinea. But if I can take out Ceylon 37 and also take DEI, this is a huge tempo gain against Japan, which offers pretty decent chances at a KJF, I guess. Even then, it completely ruins, for the most part, Japan's timing on India. I could flip Caucasus for Russia, but it's not necessary because Germany did not stack Ukraine, so it's not vital to flip it. Russia can do it for themselves, though you should trade as much as you can for Russia. In this instance, we're taking a risk with Ceylon 37. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, right? Yeah, I mean, UK could have no fleet but by the end of this, but this has to work or the game's over. Yeah, there we are. Guess launch it, right? Yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure this is a 60%. I will calculate it just in case. Season 37 is a 63.9% for the Allies to win. 0.7 attack a loss. Average is a cruiser sub, but that depends on what you kill first. Entirely. Yeah. Right, let's roll it, see what happens. Yeah, that's correct. 2 fighters, yeah. 1 and 1. Alright, good luck to the UK here. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see from a round 1. Okay, well, for DEI to actually commence, I have to get 2 hits here. Yeah. Alright. I think that's GG. Right? Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's 14. That's 26 IPC that Japan gets to kill for 3. Which is just, after such a crap R1, you're just losing the game. There's not much to say. Yeah. Well. It's either a slow death, because of the Axis are not going to take any risks here, which is the complete fair play. It's either a slow death of the Allies, or you take a risk now and you have a chance to get back in the game. And that did not do it at all. That's devastating, that loss. Yeah. Seeing. Let's see. Yeah, even it's so bad. J3 timing is so strong. It's so unbelievably strong. Yeah, this is just game, I think. We'll see what my ally and myself decide. We might throw in the town now, but it's unfortunate that we can't even make the first game even a game. This would be a short video, that's for sure. Yeah, that's absolutely brutal. I mean, I killed the 2 fighters, but Japan has the option to do Szechuan. Not Pearl. I don't think Pearl makes too much sense here. So Japan can just do whatever it wants. It's just had a ton of freebies here given to them. Yeah. Right. Yeah, UK. I mean, if Germany hits this fleet, UK has literally nothing to their name. So. Maybe I should have put these guys here, so that he has to misplace the battleship for a turn. Yeah, I mean maybe that's a minor mistake, but the game's already over at this point. All right, I'll be back with UK round 2. All right, welcome back to UK round 2. Let's take a look at Japan 1 first. 2 transports, 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank for the Japanese here. 2 transports to 62, and tank, artillery, 2 infantry to Japan, of course. Killed 2 transports, 4 infantry, and 35 battleship. Absolutely painful loss there for the UK. Took Bury, no units lost. Took Yunnan, no units lost. Took Anhui, losing 2. Attacked Szechuan, killing a fighter, 2 infantry, only losing 1 infantry, which I think that's above average there to conquer. And took Burma, losing an infantry. So, yes, a very good round for Japan there. So much profit, especially with 35. The buy, this buy, I do recommend people go for. I think this buy is linked to one of the most optimal ways of preparing for J3 India. If Season 61, if the transport in Season 61 is still alive, right? UK ignores it or fails it. Or if UK, you know, fails 37 or their fleet runs away for whatever reason, if the UK doesn't touch 61, right? You should do this buy, because your J3 India is probably one of the highest attack power attacks with this buy in particular. So yeah, that's not unexpected. J3 India is practically unstoppable in this game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. US, full standard carrier, 2 transports, 2 infantry. Skip the destroyer actually, for 2 artilleries, which I do agree with that. We shouldn't really care too much about fleet defense, because we need all the dice we can get on the Allied side here. Of course, everything on the eastern coast. I took Morocco for free. Yeah, pretty standard, except 64. I'm not sure what this is doing. Besides denying a round 2 J take of Alaska. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that's doing there. I didn't notice that until now, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do agree not sending any planes to India because it's practically doomed already. So I do agree with that. Yeah, US will go take Norway next turn, and yeah, I mean, there's no way to really attack that battleship. Yeah, I don't even think US can take it out round 3. I mean, Germany can flee the Med if they wanted. All right, Russia. 2 artilleries and 6 infantry. Everything into Moscow. I took back the Caucasus, no units lost. And then we were ready to call it because of Japan's build. It's just so dominating on India. It's almost pointless to continue, but I just said, well, we agreed that Russia might as well just YOLO Karelia, right? Just YOLO it. See where that gets us. We might play round 2 afterwards, depending on the result, right? And actually, excuse me, Russia went for it. Russia attacked Karelia, killing 8 infantry, 4 tanks and 1 AA gun, losing 6 infantry. That is a very, very good result, hands down, because Russia only had 28% on Karelia with a minus 13 attacker profit, so it's a really bad battle for Russia to take, especially after such a bad Russia 1. But Russia took it, killing, only losing 6 infantry, killing everything else. Russia got a top 3% result on a conquer. The top 3% result. I mean, that is spectacular dice, truly. I would like to say that that's changed the game. I don't think it has. I'm not trying to be ungrateful here. That's absolutely insane dice. And it gets us round 2. It gets us to play round 2. It does slow Germany down, like, a lot. But I think this would have hurt far more if Germany did a tank rush instead. But since Germany did flat out infantry, the hordes of the Germans will still arrive roughly the same time. Despite this insane result. Yeah, that's definitely not miscalculated. That's a top 3%. To take with 2 artilleries, 3 tanks, and 1 fighter alive. So that's spectacular. Yeah, and then stack Caucasus. Gave up West Russia for free, I'm pretty sure. And split this to stop any tank blitz. Maybe Japan gets so unlucky over here for some reason and can't push forward. Germany bought 12 infantry and a fighter. Yeah, 10 infantry to Berlin, and then 2 infantry, 1 fighter to Italy. Now, the reason Germany bought a fighter is because they hit 13. but they blitzed Egypt. They took trans, no units lost. They took out the transport destroyer in 13, losing no planes. So I do agree, Germany buying that fighter to replace a potential loss, but they got out of it scot-free, so they have an extra plane essentially, right? There's a 1 in 3 chance Germany just loses a plane there. So took back France, no units lost. Took West Russia, losing an infantry. Then took back Karelia, losing 5 infantry. Yeah. AA, 3 tanks and 2 artilleries. Germany is left with 4 tanks remaining. Now, I did calculate that because I was interested to see what Germany sent. And Germany sent no planes, which, yep, I do agree with that. There's no point risking your aircraft against the AA gun. You don't want to give allies any more chances, as they've just gotten YOLOing Karelia. I calculated it. That is just a below average result for Germany, so not anything major, but we'll definitely take Germany losing 5 there. I mean, yeah, Germany is slowed down, but they're not weak. I mean, it's quite pitiful, the AP difference round 2. It's so Axis favored, it's not even funny. Yeah, and it's just going to continue to shuffle units forward, stack Northwestern to keep 3 dead zoned, and actually stacked Ukraine light, stop Russia trading. Not that I would think Russia would really get away with trading that, because they still have to trade West Russia, and Russia's only got 1 plane, so it might be worth Russia YOLO stacking West Russia. Actually, I might actually mention that if this game continues to round 3. It's probably worth, yeah, Russia just YOLO stacking forward, and then just hold Caucasus. Germany might have odds with the battleship still alive, but we'll take anything we can get, I think. Yeah, it might be worth moving this guy here then. Yeah, I mean, have Germany run the numbers on this and this. Leave the AA gun in Caucasus, I think. That's an interesting move, actually. It means Russia can't trade Kazakh. Okay. Anyway. For UK2, it will be a 2 infantry, 3 artillery, with a transport and bomber purchase, I think. UK will go for France. Oh, I might send the tank after West Russia. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe. But I'm going to hit 62 here. I do think this is pretty ballsy of Japan stacking this with only two destroyers, where I have a bomber in range. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do think that's ballsy. I think this battleship should have been left here, and then yeah, a battleship swap with a destroyer, because you don't want allies taking any risks here at all. And this is a 20% chance to save India. Straight up. It's just a 20% chance to stop J3 India. I'm taking that. I have no other choice. I have to. I would not feel comfortable. As the Axis, I would not feel comfortable with this. I think this is pretty ballsy. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, a 20% chance to save India for at least a round or two, I am taking 100%. 100%. If this fails, we might call it before round 3. The allies have nothing special going for them despite that top 3%. Yeah, I mean, the eco is the Axis just play long eco game and they still win. Allies don't. So yeah, it'd be 3 artilleries for India because I'm gonna dead zone or attempt to dead zone Burma. 2 dudes for United Kingdom. So I should have 2 full transports. I'm just gonna stay in 8. I've put a note here so this US cruiser will move in. I don't really care what German odds are on this. I was thinking maybe moving to 5. But this battle's already at 70% with 6 German planes. If I move in here, I would no doubt this is a 90%. I think that's way too much. But moving to 5 to attack these tanks, it's probably a play there, but I think I need to focus on getting the income for UK and just pinning a couple extra units to the west instead of going towards Russia. I think that's the right call. Alright, I think that's enough yapping. We should just get on with the turn here. That's a tempting move to send that tank. If I miraculously conquer that, Russia just stacks this, no problem. I think. Well, I mean, Germany might have odds. Actually, I think they do because they got all their planes. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good move. Like, if Axis have like a 70% on a battle like that, we would take it. There's a 30% chance we get some respite, but I don't think that's going to work in this case. I mean, yeah, I mean, 3 infantry, 4 tanks. Six fighters. Yeah, 7, yeah, 13v. 13 versus the best case scenario is the tank lives. That's 6, 12. Oh, I mean, maybe there are numbers there, actually. It might be a 50-50 at best. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This will be the buy. Let's go move here. I'm actually really tempted to hit this. India's lost most likely anyway, so I think try to clear this of Russia here is definitely a good option. I could send 2 dudes at Burma. Or with what? So he has 2 ground, 2 bombards for 9 versus 8. Yeah, I mean, from round 1, this is a 60% to conquer. Yeah, assuming Japan doesn't get a hit. If Japan gets a hit, I have to retreat. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Could try the 1 in 6 on this. I don't think it makes too much sense. I'd rather go here, because then Russia might have a YOLO stack opportunity on West Russia here. It doesn't really matter what the Allies do. Yeah, the Axis will always have an IBC positive against us, I think. Alright. Maybe even Germany hits this. I can't block this. They might just chuck, I mean, Japan could probably chuck themselves at this and Germany takes India. I don't think that's ideal for Axis, but they could do that. They could set up a very fast VC win in that case, because Japan would go straight for Hawaii. I suppose there could be a round 4 VC win. I mean, I don't know. We can't stop it, if we're being honest here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that plane's also in range. It's very risky. They don't have to take that risk. Yeah, alright. Good luck to the UK. Okay. Good stuff. Alright, can this legendary bomber pull this off and save the game? No. Double miss. I mean, this is the dice that the Allies need to come back. I mean, this is outstanding. I mean, he's also missing. But yeah, I mean, if the bomber had just gotten 2 hits in a row, this would have been pulled off. It would have been a spectacular outcome. But of course, to no surprise, it failed. Okay. Yeah, this move is just bad now. Yeah, I mean, J3 is so unstoppable. There's absolutely no point in me taking this at all anymore. This would make sense if this worked. Yeah, two misses from the bomber and then 4 misses from the destroyer. I mean, it was there. The opportunity was there to change the game, to give the Allies the chance that they needed. But of course not. Ridiculous. I'm going to move this guy here. I don't want this being free to the Germans. Do I? I mean, what is it right now? Nah, I'm just going to stack India. I don't really want... If Japan's going to risk India now, so be it. It's a little silly, just wait until J3. This infantry, like, there's no real point going forward because Germany can always bypass it and land in Italian. Yeah, I might as well just stay put here. Well, actually, no, move here. Bomber is safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. The dream was there. I would never in a million years offer a 20% to blunder the position as Axis. But that's just me. At least France was flawless, I guess. That was nice. Yep. Yeah. Alright, that's the end of UK round 2, and I'll be back with UK round 3. Right, welcome back to UK round 3. Go back to Japan here. 3 infantry, 2 bombers. All into Japan, of course. Took Xinjiang, Kazakh 4-3. Took Soviet Far East, no units lost, and then took Yakut, losing an infantry. Stacked Burma, to no surprise. And moved their fleet into 63 to show off the US fleet, and so that they could navally invade Soviet Far East. So yeah, as I've said before, J3 timing on India is practically unstoppable. I had like a 2% chance to hold if I try and stick the hold. And that's not including these fighters, so it's actually practically 100% chance that the Japanese take. So I'm just going to back off Persia. I'll threaten a retake, but don't think the UK is going to be particularly strong enough anyway. Because I would assume Japan would have this guy and then 2 guys from the island in range of India next turn. Even if I took it, I would lose it immediately, but maybe that's worth it. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have roughly six guys, assuming I don't take a hit back. 3 artillery, a tank, and a bomber. Assuming the bomber lives, an SBR. I do plan on SBR in this round. A strategic bombing raid. Yeah, so I will threaten a retake, but it's unlikely to really achieve much anyway. Two more transports, 4 infantry, 1 fighter, 1 artillery for the US. Yeah, transports to 11, everything on the eastern coast. Took Algeria for free, took Norway for free. Yeah, that's unfortunate. US sent a bomber to kill the Japanese infantry, and of course got really unlucky and lost the bomber, and didn't even kill the unit. Yeah, it's exactly what the Allies need, is stuff like that. Very unfortunate. But that is the risk at the end of the day. But we have to keep taking risks as allies here if we want to even stand a chance in this game. 7 infantry, 1 artillery for the Russians, 4 infantry to Moscow, and then the rest into Caucasus. Took Kazakh, no units lost, and then stacked West Russia again, because my tank managed to actually conquer on that turn. I did suggest, you know, stack West Russia and then attack Ukraine. But Japan actually sent their planes to Ukraine to eliminate that risk the Axis were giving. Yeah. Yeah, not looking very good at all. Germany can just freely send as many Germans as they want to Africa here. With India lost, Japan can pretty much send reinforcements to Africa as well. So the UK is going to be quite starved of income if I cannot take France every turn. "15 infantry for Germany, which is just a monstrous buy. Took Anglo-Egyptian Sudan for free. Killed the transport in free. Attacked Persia, losing an infantry. Took France, no units lost, and then attacked Norway, killing an infantry tank, losing 1 tank. Which, to me, is a bit of a greedy move. The risk a potential double hit back and losing a plane are very greedy. But maybe that's all that Germany had available to attack it. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I would have sent 2 tanks. Just to avoid the risk of losing any planes at this point. You don't really want to be taking any risks as Axis here. So, but it's fine. We got the hit back. And the tank died. But Germany will take it next turn anyway, I think. Yep, so, yep, just Germany is going to continue to shuffle units towards the front line here. They're moving into Africa quite heavily here. I don't know, maybe Germany will go grab a Madagascar or something next turn. They don't have to, though. They can just keep dumping into Africa here. Alright. With the United Kingdom, 4 infantry, 2 artilleries, destroyer transport as the buy. 6 ground for United Kingdom with a transport. And then the destroyer for India so I can protect Persia from the Japanese coming over and attacking the retreating forces. Yeah, there's no point me dumping any units into India because I'm going for a retake. Yeah, and I just don't have enough money to spare for potential hitbacks. I have to fully focus on Germany here. Yeah. That will be the buy. Now, I was thinking I could greed out with UK here and grab Northwestern and try and take France as well. But I think the UK here just needs to keep attacking France over and over again to hopefully deny a France stack. So I think Germany could manage anyway. Not much the Allies can do. But it might actually give an opportunity where Germany fails to retake, and then Allies might actually have the chance to stack it. I'm gonna SBR. I'm gonna bombing raid Karelia here, because yeah, we need some good luck here. Take some money away from the Germans. I will do Karelia here, because it'll buy Russia a little bit more time. And yeah, Germany will have to pay extra to deploy forward. This guy's going to go here and try and get a hit back against that German tank if Germany goes for it. I think that guy's staying put. He's running away. This UK tank. It's either a bombing raid Karelia or I attack Belarusia. Well, I mean, the best case scenario here is that the bomber lives, so it's available for the India threat. Yeah, and then this tank needs to be in range of India, so this tank has to move here. Yes, might as well just full stack it. Yep, alright. I did calculate my odds on this. I have like a 2% chance as well. So that's definitely not happening. Yeah, it's a very very sad game for the Allies here. Except that remarkable result on Karelia from Russia. Russia's definitely the MVP so far. Yep, alright. Good luck to the UK. Beautiful stuff. The much needed high roll there. It's a little inefficient because Karelia's only got 4 slots. But I'll happily take it. It's a knocked out IC. That's some heavy hitbacks from Germany there. Oh, that's crazy dice. I'm so happy that I've just wasted all that good dice on this insignificant battle here. Really awesome. Just my luck. But yeah, this is very nice. The -4 here. So essentially, Germany has to pay 10 IPC, 6 for 2 infantry here instead of the regular 6 now. That's very nice. It's good because Germany's making too much money. Yeah, this is excellent. So I have 11 on 13. So there's a YOLO there for the UK. It might be worth doing to kill the Japanese stack or buy time for Russia. So that's something for us to consider next round. Saying that, I don't think it matters because Germany can just send fighters down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Germany can send their planes down and completely stop the UK YOLO. Yep. That's a move Germany should definitely go for. If I have odds, even a 30% for the UK is actually good enough for me to take. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's a chance both Axis members forget about that, but all they have to do is just grab all the income and just lock the game down and just slowly chokehold the allies. That's pretty much it. So I've left 2 notes here. US can either grab Northwestern or send a boat or 2. It's currently a 7v5, which is probably close to 90% odds for Germany to clear the fleet. For 3 transports, that's worth it. That would actually just that would be the final blow for the Allies there if Germany takes that and wins. Yeah, it's definitely worth it for 3 transports now. The risk. So yeah, I need US support, or US just takes Northwestern. Yep, that's fine. Right, that is the end of UK round 3, and I'll be back with UK round 4. Right, welcome back to UK round 4. Go back to Japan 3 here, with a transport, 5 infantry and 2 fighters. Yeah, 2 fighters and a transport for 60 and the rest into Japan. Took Western Australia, took India, took Ivenki, Novo, all for free. Got my destroyer in 35 and then took Kazakh, losing an infantry. Yeah. Sent a plane to Sudan. I guess they were worried that US YOLO that German stack. Yep, stacked India, and as you can see, this is pretty much a Japanese wet dream here. Grabbing all the income. I wouldn't be surprised if this transfer actually goes for Madagascar. Yep. Yeah, Australia is not really a problem to tackle here. Yeah. I mean, the fleet gives them something to think about. But it looks like Japan's going to be focusing on plane production this game. Which is quite strong, especially in this situation. The Allies have, like, no progress on a Finland shuck at the moment. Or a France stack. Yeah, I mean, Allies losing India with no progress on either stack. It's just losing heavily for Allies here. Eight infantry, 2 artilleries and a fighter for the US, all on the eastern coast, of course. Took Libya and Northwestern for free. Yeah, positioned to threaten Medshuk, I guess. I think I need to move my fleet into 3 this turn to support the US landings on a shuck. Alright, Russia 4 with an artillery, 5 infantry. 4 infantry to the Caucasus and the rest into Moscow. I took Kazakh, light stacking it, losing an infantry. Took back Novo, no units lost, and then took Ukraine, killing 2, losing nothing. Very nice. I'm going to be moving this stack into Kazakh here. I'm going to move a couple units into Caucasus because Japan has 7 planes in range of Caucasus, and that's actually a worthwhile target to air raid for Germany here. So I'm going to make the battle IPC negative. The fight will be favourable for Japan, but got to take risks here. Want to come back. So yeah, we'll still offer that, and if Japan wins it and gets a good result, we'll just forfeit, I think. The Germans bought 11 infantry, 2 artilleries, 3 infantry to Italy, and then 2 and 8 to Berlin. Blitzed the Congo for free. Took Rhodesia, Italian East for free. Took back Ukraine flawlessly, which is very bad for us here. And it actually looks like Germany had a perfect round, so that is just unacceptable. Germany cannot be getting good dice like that, good results like this. Yeah, lost nothing in West Russia, lost nothing in Northwestern, lost nothing in France. I mean, nothing but flawless in a already dominating position is just a big no-no here. That's really bad. Germany also sent 2 fighters to India to stop the UK's YOLO attempt. At a 28%. But yeah, Germany completely shut that down. So yeah, they're shutting down all possibilities of YOLOs and then just getting outstanding results. That is not going to help the Allies at all here. One, two, four. Maybe US has a YOLO on Italy. Well, it will be 4 infantry, 2 artilleries with a bomber. Germany actually opted not to repair this, which I'll definitely take. So the plan is to hit Egypt and pray I luck out and actually conquer the territory here. And to try and take France and Northwestern. Yep. That is it for the UK here. Then my fleet will move to 3, and then US can start stacking Norway. So yeah, we're going to need some luck here for the UK. After that flawless German round. So good luck to the United Kingdom here. Okay, so no dice first round, either side. Oh, excellent stuff. That's more like it. Great result so far. That is not okay. I will risk the plane here. Yeah, unfortunate. US will have to conquer that. The UK can't do it themselves. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, that. I'm going to put the bomber there to stop this nonsense. Yeah, I think if I had sent the cruiser, that would have been a one battle, but yeah, US needs to... and defend. So yeah, I mean, if Japan wants to air raid this target, they have an 80% to win. But it is minus 20 IPC attacker profit. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 bombers. I mean, I don't think Japan has to take the risk, but they're so far ahead, maybe they do. But again, they're so far ahead, maybe they don't. That's the thing, right? Yeah, I mean, if US takes Northwestern, then they don't have to worry about defending 8 that much besides 1 plane. Yeah, I'm very happy with this battle, though. I was not expecting that at all. So yeah, overall, a pretty good UK round. But that does sting a little bit, not killing all the units. Yeah, I don't think Japan can stack this yet. That might give us an opportunity to, well, it might give the UK the opportunity to strafe. Again, doesn't matter, the German planes just follow up beforehand. Yeah, I mean, this stack's invincible with German fighter support. I can't do much. No point blocking. Yeah, I mean, I would like to fight for every IPC, but UK's been completely shafted this game, as well as Russia. We just can't really do that sort of thing. Alright. I do assume that he has his AA gun to die first here. And maybe on Russia's turn, just leave two Russians here, so it's not an easy take with planes. Yep, alright. I am saving money with UK because I'm pretty poor. After UK's turn, yeah, what is that? 32. Yeah, 32 AP behind. Yep, well, that's the hand we're dealt this game, so we'll see if there's one more YOLO somewhere hiding for us. Alright, that is the end of UK round 4, and I'll be back with UK round 5. Alright, welcome back to UK round 5. Let's go back to Japan 4. With a destroyer, fighter, 9 infantry. Of course, everything in Decision 60 and Japan. Took Persia, French Madagascar for 3. Took Eastern, no units lost. Took Archangel, no units lost. Took failed Vologda, and then failed Novo, which is pretty nice. I think that's a little too late, but still very nice. I did not push forward. The reason for that, I think I did mention last round, is that Japan can push forward with German fighter support, but the Axis are going for a VC play here. If it wasn't so obvious. Yeah, if Axis take India and allies have nothing on, like, no France stack prepared or no stack in Finland, substantial stack to contest Karelia, Axis can just go for Hawaii and pretty much win the game within the next 2 rounds. They're going for a round 6 VC win. The US bought 3 transports, 3 infantry, and industry for Norway. Took back the Belgian Congo for 3. Took Finland. Then took Northwestern, no units lost. US sacked their destroyer to block Japan taking Hawaii. This turn here. So yeah, it's impossible for Japan to win the game for the Axis this turn. But next turn, I don't even think US can even stop Japan here. Japan can clear this and just stack 52. They use the sub to clear the destroyer and stack 52, and it's practically impossible to hold this. I mean, US can send an AA gun infantry and send the battleship sub, but Japan can muster all their transports into 51 here. Yep, and then that's a total of 4 transports in range of Hawaii. It's just not feasible to hold that. Plus any bombers that land in Wake. Yeah, a bit of an Axis wet dream. Yeah, I hate seeing Japan get away with this, honestly. Look at just naked transport here, grabbing all the income. It's vile. It's just vile. Of course, I expect nothing less from Snoopy. He's taken full advantage of his situation here. Truly well played. Yep. US defending my transports. Russia with a full buy into Moscow. No combat. Left 2 infantry to support my infantry AA gun. It was just to make it a really awkward trade for the Germans. Looks like that paid off. Germany bought 10 infantry, a tank, 2 artilleries. A tank, 2 artilleries, and 7 infantry to Berlin, with 3 infantry to Italy. Took Union, no units lost. Took Northwestern, no units lost. Took France, killing 4 for the price of 1, which is a very good trade. But actually failed spectacularly in Caucasus. Losing 3 infantry, only killing the AA gun. So that's very nice dice for the Allies there. It's a shame it doesn't really matter. And yeah, Germany stacked France, Berlin, and Karelia. It's not feasible for the Allies to get to Italy. Well, maybe next round, we'll see. We will see. Alright. Yeah, Germany playing with their battleship down here. Under normal circumstances, this battleship would have been dead much earlier, I should say. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, so a pretty much unavoidable round 6 VC snipe. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to be impossible. This round is the best chance to YOLO here for the UK. I'm going to be YOLOing Berlin. I have a 2% to conquer. And that will be our final YOLO for the game, most likely. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how much damage the UK do, even if they fail. I do quite a number on the garrison here. Germany might still struggle, but I don't think that's really much to be said, because Japan has 6 fighters in range of key German territories. It's not really realistic for the Allies here to stop the VC win. But UK definitely has a higher chance at hitting something now and next round. So the buy will be 2 infantry, 1 artillery and a tank, with 2 transports, because I fully intend on sacking everything to hit Berlin. And Japan is just going to wipe out my navy in 5. Well, in fact, they're just going to wipe out my transports, and they probably still wipe out 3. I'm going to leave the destroyer aircraft carrier to protect the US transports. Just the cruiser and 3 transports, and then I'm going to deploy my other transports in 8. So maybe there's a very, very slim chance that we have a 1-2 next round on France. Or Berlin. Very unlikely, though. Very unlikely. Yeah, that'll be it, really. Quite a tragic game for the Allies, but yeah. Let's get on with it. I'm gonna take you know what, maybe Rhodesia's slightly better here. Yeah, because if I go here, then Japan can trade back. Then US can leave a guy here and move here. Yep. I'm gonna do infantry artillery here. And YOLO Berlin. (11v14), which isn't a... It's not really a numerical disadvantage for the UK, but it's just the quality of units. Most of all. Yeah, I have a 2%. 2%. Then UK will leave a couple units in Kazakh. Leave one guy in Novo, I think. Yeah. Got 2 fighters and well, he's got all the planes in the... It doesn't actually matter what I do as UK here. I would actually have to go and conquer this to stop any kill on here. If I stay here with the UK, Japan just has a very high profitable attack on Kazakh. Don't think there's any point. I think just leave a guy here and here. There's a chance for hit back on both. And then just stack Caucasus. Stop Japan air raiding Caucasus. Yeah, as if it really matters. Alright, let's get this over with here. Implausible, that is correct. But there's always a chance, you know? It's a shame, really. If UK 1 succeeded season 37, and what I mean by that is if UK just got average dice, we would have had a game here. We would have had a game. Pretty good AGF game, potentially. But no. That's not what happened here. So what needs to happen now is Germany to get no hits this round. I'll be lucky to get any unit to retreat. I mean, US has a follow-up, but all Japan has to do is clear the fleet. Maybe there's some 0.0001% chance that Japan somehow fails to kill this fleet. Not that it really matters. Let's have a look at UK. I mean, the average damage I do is that result. UK got the average. Fair enough. Yeah, that's just straight up average for UK there. The need for average results passed ever since round 1. We needed extraordinarily imbalanced dice for the allies for the rest of the game to catch up. Alright. Yeah, I mean, it's just the don't give out anything for free, and the potential for hitbacks, but it doesn't matter. The game's over. Nah, this is sad. I've never seen a UK so weak as well. Yeah, transport's here. I don't think it's feasible. I don't think it is. Yeah, J Air just slams into France. Just slams into it. Alright, so that will be the end of this game here. Axis victory here. We finally threw in the towel. But I am glad we did continue. And pretty much exhausted all options that we had. As the allies in this game, we were really dealt a pretty bad hand against some seriously high-skilled opponents, so we had very little chance winning this game. So yeah, I hit Germany here. I got the average result with UK. Japan bought another carrier, well, bought a carrier. 2 fighters, a transport, infantry, artillery, with the full intent of just grabbing Hawaii and dead zoning 53 and dead zoning 56 entirely. Yeah, this is literally an all-in VC attempt, which was unstoppable for the allies here. There was literally nothing we could do. Yeah, it took Vologda for 3, killed the destroyer in 44. Took Persia back, losing an infantry. Took Kazakh, no units lost. Killed the carrier, destroyer, 2 transports in 3, losing 1 bomber, and then lost a fighter, killing the cruiser, 3 transports. On the US's turn here, 6 infantry, 2 artilleries, and 2 fighters. And went for Berlin. And apparently actually rolled pretty well. I'm actually going to calculate to see how well the US actually did. Okay, I've just finished calculating this. This was actually a pretty remarkable result from the US. I'm actually gobsmacked how well the US did. The US sent 4 fighters, 2 infantry, and a cruiser bombard at Berlin. That is 7 attackers, including the cruiser. But beforehand, Japan did send 3 fighters and a bomber to Berlin. So Germany had 2 artilleries, 2 tanks, 5 fighters, and 1 bomber left in Berlin. Right? And there's 2 fighters left. So it was a 7v10, including the cruiser from the US. So numerical disadvantage, but it's a huge difference in quality of dice between the each side, right? The chance for US to conquer is less than 0.1%. Like it's absurd. Yeah, it's a 0.03%. Actually, no, that's not even true. No, it's a 0.02% chance to take with an infantry and obviously the cruiser left over. Okay, so the crazy thing is the US got a top 0.33% result on Berlin with the amount of damage they did. They killed Yeah, they killed 2 artilleries, 2 tanks, 3 fighters, and a bomber, assuming the bomber died first. So, yeah, that is a ridiculous result. Absolutely ridiculous result. 0.33%. Wow. I have to say, the dice really did try. If UK perhaps got one more kill, that could have been a green Berlin, miraculously, right? What a result that would have been. Very, very unfortunate that we didn't get that, of course, but it also was so stacked against us, so it's pretty remarkable to get that result. Yeah, and after that result, forfeit. It's just the VC round 6 is just unstoppable. I don't think Allies have any chance to take Berlin or go after France. I don't even think it matters if US sends these transports here. Japan's sent all their planes to die for the Germans here, and they have all their planes left. They have a full buy, and it's just an absurd amount of units that can get in range of France, Italy, and Germany. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that is the end of this game here. Very unfortunate. Round 1 for the Allies. Very, very bad. Russia won. Very, very bad. Lost a fighter in Ukraine. Couldn't even kill the remaining fighter left behind in Ukraine. And lost 5 in West Russia. So, heavily Axis favoured. Whether Germany plays full standard like Germany did, full infantry buy or tank rushed, I think either would have been completely fine. Of course, Season 37, failing that with the UK was absolutely devastating, on top of me failing DEI because I couldn't win the battle. So yeah, just a ton of Russian and UK material lost round 1. Yeah. Did several YOLOs, the one on Karelia, Russia 2, we got a top 3%. And yeah, I tried killing the transports in 62, but unfortunately that did not work. That was a 20% chance to win that. I was very surprised seeing that. A 20% to essentially lose India timing completely and have a crippled Japan. A little too high for my liking if I'm ahead. But yeah, unfortunately for the UK, could not pull that off. Would have been very, very much needed compensation after that failed C-37 and DEI, that's sure. So yeah, that led to a unstoppable J free timing. So yeah, Allies took a lot of risks in this game because we're so far behind. And yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out in the end, despite the ridiculous result on Berlin that the US got, and of course the Russian result on Karelia. It just wasn't enough. The Allies were just so far behind. Yeah, I mean, the round 1 dice are the earliest of dice that are rolled in the game, and those battles have such a high impact on the game. So yeah, GG and well played to Real Keat and Snoopy here. I think they played this as you should as Axis when you're so far ahead. Limited most of the risk. You could see with where Germany and Japan's air coordinated quite a bit to stop the UK and Russia it's attempting YOLOs again. And yeah, the Japanese air was just very well utilized. Even went to Africa for a little bit to stop US YOLOs as well. So yeah, they played very well to negate any risk after round 1 and 2, definitely. Right, well, with that loss, it's not over for the duo already. This tournament has a winners and a losers bracket, so even if you get unlucky, like with this example here, you still have a chance to actually make it to the final and win. Very, very slim chance considering the competition. But there's a very big, well, there's still a chance myself and Husky can make it to the finals and win. Bit of a stretch, but we'll see how far we can make it. But that is the end of this game here. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.